10 crore population, which is expected.
So we the work that we have done in the aspirational districts, as you know, Prime Minister has identified 112 aspirational districts, which are the ones which need much more effort because they are lagging behind in many and many indicators. And more so the work that we have done in Araku, which is a tribal district of Andhra Pradesh. We realize that at all the health indicators, whether it is in terms of nourishment, whether it's in terms of child health, in terms of maternity issues, the tribal health indicators are worse than the average national indicators by at least half. So the work that we have done in these, in Araku, let's say for more than 10 years, and in the aspirational districts for the last 3 years, we recognize that a lot needs to be done. And therefore, this experience that we've had, we want to share this and then work in the field with the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, with the Ministry of Health, with other NGOs, with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and more importantly, with the community as well. So you need to get them all together so that the sustainable development goals, we will be able to achieve the target that the nation and the Prime Minister have said for 2030 can be recognized.
Sir, Secretary Subramaniam also floated the idea about having a fund, not the government fund, the community-driven fund or the CSR fund if the corporates and the other organizations could come. And also suggested that you could be the right candidate to lead that. What is the suggestion and what is the fund that we are looking at?
So I think the Secretary has made a point about this fund. I think that's what the Tribal Affairs report also says. We need to examine it. Even today, I think that's what the Honorable Minister, Mr. Arjun Manda, also said, that there are many ministries which have funds for tribal affairs, but actually most of them are not being used. It is how can you consolidate all this and use it for tribal welfare so that even after 70 years, as I said, a lot more needs to be done, and hopefully we will see how this collaborator can see that all the funds which are available within the system and outside, how we can use it. I want to say another thing, that if you look at the whole CSR contribution of all the corporates and all in India, whereas the aspirational districts form about 15% of the population, only 1.5% of the total CSR funding is done in these districts. So yes, a lot has to be done.
So when you talk about CSR, so CSR PRML Foundation is doing a lot, but the other people, I think they're not coming in forward. So what do you feel like with this?
No, I'm sure there are many foundations which are doing. We have to look at what we can do, and I'm sure the others are also doing it.
So are we going to now you're collaborating with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So what is the synergy you're going to have when you?
So I think the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have been working for many years in India in many of the most backward districts of the country. They've got global experience, particularly in healthcare. The knowledge that that foundation has is something that we will be able to, it'll be a synergistic thing. We'll be collaborating. Their knowledge, their funding, their global experience will come together.
So you people are not getting into the vaccine area as of now?
No, that's not.
That's not your focus, right?
We are going to see that how the health services and all this will be improved. We are not getting into manufacturing of drugs or vaccines,
right,
or hospitals. We are saying how can we reach health services and healthcare to the last person.
Thank you.
Mr. Piramal, one last question. Mr. Subramaniam also talked about your interaction with Mr. Gates 2 years back. If you can shed some light on that interaction and what was the key points that you all came up with?
So actually this tribal health initiative is what we spoke about, how this is such a big initiative. It cannot be done just by one foundation alone. As I said, that the scale of operations in India, we are talking of 100 million people and tribes. even the entire population of the UK is, I think, 60 million. So you are talking of such a large thing. It cannot be done by one foundation, by one NGO. It has to be a collaborative effort, and that's what we spoke about. It has to be working in partnership with governments. In India, the issues are so many that unless and until the government is your partner, you cannot succeed. Unless the community is your partner, you cannot succeed. So it's a collective, and that's what we said, that let's have a collective. And I'm actually very appreciative that he recognized that you can make change only together. It is together we can say, "Aao badle Bharat."
Sir, sorry, if you will do. Our Prime Minister also talked about, has been the success story about Ayushman Bharat for India and around the world. How do you see that experience and the successes from there, Ayushman Bharat, could be replicated here or could be taken forward a step forward?
So Ayushman Bharat has been really actually a very, very game changer. I mean, the fact that you can get 5 lakhs of rupees every year available in 20,000 hospitals of the country is a big contribution, I think. We have seen how people are there who have actually their whole lives have been destroyed because one person in their family has fallen sick. So this is a great contribution. I think we are all working together. It is not one, it is a sum of everything, whether it's Ayushman Bharat, whether it is Poshan, whether it is so many other, the primary healthcare centers, the health and wellness centers, all these have to come together is what we see.
Health Minister also talked about the next challenge of tuberculosis. How prepared are we with the past experience and in the plan of
So I am not the expert on TB, but I can just say that the success that India has in eliminating polio is an inspiration for everybody. When it is done, I've seen that when we do things, as we call it, in mission mode, then anything is possible. And polio is the best example. So I think that's what I understand we are going to do even for the TB. And as the health minister himself said, by 2025 to eliminate TB. I think we've had success in one district, he was saying, and in one union territory. We should be able to replicate it.
So this interaction wouldn't finish before we talk about the second wave and the third wave of the.
I think
of
let's
this. How do we go about that, and how do you analyze the whole situation that is panning out all the way?
There are so many experts talking on TV every day. We should just listen to them. This is not my subject of expertise.
Sorry, I talked about.
Sure.
आजकल जो आप पंछी हो रहे हैं क्या आपका इस फाउंडेशन में मकसद क्या है?
मकसद तो यही है कि जैसे प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा है, मोदी जी का यही कहना है कि अगर आगे भारत आगे बढ़ेगा तो ये जो पिछड़े जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं, जो एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं और जो अपने जनजाति के लोग हैं, अगर ये आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे तो भारत कैसे आगे बढ़ सकता है? अभी 75 साल होने वाले हैं अपनी स्वतंत्रता के लिए, पर तब भी काफ़ी काम बाकी है। तो हमारा तो फाउंडेशन यही सहयोग दे रहा है गवर्नमेंट के साथ, दूसरी NGO के साथ, पूरे कम्युनिटी के साथ, कि कैसे इनका सुधारा हो, इनके जीवन में, इनकी शिक्षा में, इनके हेल्थ में, और आगे कैसे भारत
आगे क्या सर रोड मैप है आपका? किस तरह से आप इनके बीच में आप जाएंगे और किस तरह
पिछले 3 सालों से हम लोग ये जो एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं, आकांक्षी डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं, उसमें काम कर रहे हैं। अभी इस साल से सभी 112 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में काम करेंगे। उसमें जैसे मैंने कहा, शिक्षा में कैसे शिक्षा को सुधारा जाए, कैसे लर्निंग लेवल्स जो हैं, जो नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी है वो कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट हो इन जगहों में, ये करेंगे। फिर स्वास्थ्य के लिए मैटरनल और बच्चों के हेल्थ के लिए न्यूट्रिशन जो पोषण अभियान है वो कैसे जाए। जल जीवन के बाद कैसे हर घर में नल हो और हर घर नल में पानी हो, वो हमारा ये एम्बिशन है।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर। मोहम्मद फतेह टीपू फ्रॉम राज्यसभा टीवी। थैंक यू सो मच।